Alright guys, welcome back to another Grand Cross video. So the next banner coming towards Grand Cross will in fact be our first new collaboration of the year. And of course Netmarble has already stated that we are going to be getting new collaborations and not a rerun. There are a few collaborations we're expecting and almost, guaranteed to be coming to the game at some point in the future. However, we got a little bit of a leak, which to be fair should be taken with a grain of salt because it's not guaranteed that this leaker is actually right. But regardless, I still think it's good to talk about what collaboration we could see in case it isn't one of the three that we're expecting. So what am I talking about? Well, essentially we got this leak this morning from Lance where apparently someone has messaged him a new leaker, so not the ones that we're kind of used to in terms of what gets leaked by Lance, but he does say no solo leveling collaboration. So I've been sent some news about the new collab. It seems like it's not something everyone is expecting, which should be solo leveling, but do take it with a grain of salt. And the message does say, summary, the general reaction will be like, nice, well done, but that's not what we wanted. People were expecting another collaboration, perhaps more iconic, but this could lead to less engagement or even distancing from part of the most engaged audience. So with that being said, if you all don't know, the reason why we're expecting a solo leveling collaboration is because we've already gotten Tower of God, we've already gotten King of Fighters. Those are two games that Netmarble has already made, and that's kind of the reason why we got that collaboration. Solo leveling kind of fits that theme a little bit. It's the most likely collaboration we could probably get in the game. So if this leak is to be true, then solo leveling will not be one of the new collaborations this year. And it also as well that goes towards Shangri-La Frontier. I actually don't know if this person, because once again, what is that leaker saying is like expected, right? I think for most people, yeah, solo leveling is the most expected, but is he classing Shangri-La Frontier as a expected collaboration? Not entirely too sure, but that should be another one in the same category as solo leveling because Netmarble is making a game based on Shangri-La Frontier. Out of the two collaborations, those two are definitely by far the most likely. Kind of been in dubbed as a community as like another most likely one, mainly because we've gotten some leaks through behind the scenes where like we're going to be getting like an unknown collaboration with two humans, and free round lately I've been doing quite a lot of collaboration, one with Slime, obviously Isekai Memories, and a recently with PUBG. And in terms of collaboration we could be getting, of course, free round is very likely, but one that I think that's actually also very likely, even more than free run, is Dungeon Meshi. But once again, I don't know if the leaker is classing Dungeon Meshi as a expected collaboration. So leveling, free run, Shangri-La Frontier are the three we're expecting, but apparently it won't be that one, which to be fair, it's kind of exciting a little bit, because like one thing I've been saying on this channel, even though it may not be better for the game, because to be fair, a solo leveling, a free run collaboration will be massive for the game, I still wouldn't be surprised. Now, could the collab be a lot worse? Yeah, but hey, at least I'm kind of surprised. Now remember, there are still two more collaborations later this year, with one in August, I think one in October, so we could see a free run or solo leveling collaboration later this year. But let's move on towards all the other collaborations that will kind of fit that theme of what the person said, where it's like, nice, well done, but that's not what we wanted. Now, of course, we're going to assume that the collaboration coming to the game is going to be based off an actual another anime IP. However, if you look at the two collabs that Netmarble themselves have done recently with Tower of God and also Soul Leveling, well, they've not been based off actual anime IPs. I believe Soul Leveling just confirmed they're getting like a K-pop collaboration with like another band. I think Tower of God is now getting a Hololive collaboration. And if you lot haven't kept up to date, apparently COD Mobile is getting Elizabeth collaboration, or 30 since, with an Elizabeth operator. So who knows, maybe we'll get a COD collab. Alright, so collab one, which I still think is likely, and I've been saying a lot of my videos now, but Dungeon Meshi, I think, or assuming that most people in the community aren't expecting this one, even though if you've been following my channel, I'm kind of expecting it, at least in the realm of possibility, more than other collaborations. So maybe this is the collaboration. The reason why it's in the same bracket as obviously Free Roam, where it's its own actual IP, not owned by a big publisher, and they've done recent collaboration with another Netmarble IP, so it does fit the theme a little bit more. I guess it's owned by Netflix, kinda, which doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get the collaboration, but there's always a connection there a little bit. Moving on towards the next collaboration, for collaboration number 2, this one I think is almost up there with obviously Mushoku Tensei, with Slime, Overlord, and that is obviously Konosuba. If you look at Isekai Quartets, even though there is another collaboration in there, or at least another anime IP being Tanya the Evil, which I don't think we're ever going to get in the game, but we've gotten a lot of IPs based around that little series, because mostly, once again, we do get third-party IPs. Fantasy genre, the isekais are just more given when it comes towards giving out that IP. So yeah, Konosuba is very likely, could we see it? And it does fit that theme of like, yeah, this is not what we wanted, but we'll take it, you know. Collaboration number 3 in the same situation as Konosuba, but a lot less of like not what we wanted. And well, I guess some of you might want it, and that is Eminence in Shadow. Once again, it's in Isekai Quartets. They've done collaborations. You know, at one point, if we're going to get a lot of collaborations in the future, if the game goes up like 10 years, we probably will like to get one of these to come. Once again, only me saying this one, but I always like to say it because I wanted the game. Date Alive. It's they've done a few collaborations, not so much within the recent years, but hey, I gotta say it. It's my video. The next collaboration, and this is one I've been seeing passed around a lot more frequently, and would it work in the game? I haven't watched the series, I'm not entirely too sure, and that is the Neon Genesis Evangelion. This is one a lot of games have been getting. I don't want to say so much recently, but if you look at gacha games and other collabs that they've done, this is one of the popular ones, right? A lot of gacha games do get this collaboration. Nier is a collaboration, once again, that kind of goes outside of gacha games, but obviously in the realm of possibility, a lot of gacha games do it, but you do see, you know, fighting games do get a Nier collaboration, which I think adds towards the fact that, like, yeah, a Nier collaboration is very, very possible. And the next one, I think, is now back on the table, and that's Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail, if you'd have asked me a few years ago, and if you actually go back and look at my predictions about what collaboration we could see in Grand Cross, Fairy Tail was, if not the most likely collaboration, mainly because it is owned by Kodansha, and we've gotten kind of all the big Kodansha IPs already from the, I guess, the magazine a little bit. It also has, or is the only collaboration to collab with, obviously, 70 Sins through the manga. It was like almost a no-brainer, but it didn't happen. And I think since then, they haven't really done that many actual collaborations. If anything, you might see more Eden Zero collaborations until actually recently, where, what was it, AFK Journey? Or AFK Arena, one of the two, has just done a new collaboration with Fairy Tail. One of the first we've seen in a very long time for that actual IP. So, hey, maybe it's now back on the table and a Fairy Tail collaboration is now possible, and this will be the time to do it. Fire Force. I mean, you could argue the new season starting, which is kind of why we might get the collaboration, which I don't think is a guaranteed concrete evidence of why we get collaborations, because from my memory, we never get collabs while an anime is airing. In fact, I think the only time it's been close was the day ReZero ended, we got a ReZero collaboration. So, yeah, just because the anime is airing doesn't mean it's possible. But yes, Fire Force. A few gacha games have done a Fire Force collaboration. Also, as well, I believe it's also owned by Kodansha. That does give it a lot of credibility about being an actual collaboration coming towards the game, and would not be surprised if this does happen. So I made a joke about it, but right now we kind of got like an academy theme going on, and we kind of got like a delinquent here, even though that's not his actual name, right? But it does fit that theme of like Tokyo Revengers, and Tokyo Revengers is, once again, owned by Kodansha. That's the reason we get collaborations. They've done a few collaborations. In fact, they've done one with Grand Summoners, and if you look at the list of Grand Summoner collaborations they've gotten, we've gotten a lot of them. So is it possible we get a Tokyo Revengers collaboration? Kinda, like, you know, more than most animes. However, would it be hype and worth doing? You could argue it wasn't worth doing the Stranger Things, but we still got it. And honestly, if we were to get a Tokyo Revengers collaboration, it would follow what we've just gotten in the game right now. So I think if we're ever going to get a Tokyo Revengers collaboration, now would be the time. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is, once again, another collaboration. A little bit on the rarer side. Not a lot of gacha games do it, but we saw recently that Netmarble themselves has done one with the other actual idol game, I believe it was. And I believe, if anything, it's through Square Enix, so it's a bit more tricky and not guaranteed to happen. But Netmarble already has shown ties towards it, and if they can do it for that game, maybe they can do it for this game too. And then the final collaboration I have right here that I think is in the realm of possibility, but this one's a lot on the lower side, and that is a certain Scientific Railgun. It's not the craziest anime IP that gets passed around a lot, but I do see a lot of collabs do it, and if we're reaching in towards what's possible, this is on the lower end. And I think those are all the collaborations. Sure, I may have missed one or two, so do let me know in the comments below. But those are all the collaborations that I can see come possible towards this game. And in fact, if it's not the three that we expect, being Soul Level and Free Run and Shangri-La Frontier, I almost guarantee you almost 100% certainty, if the new collaboration is based off an anime, it's going to be one of the ones that I've named. I do want to do two honorable mentions because they're worth mentioning. And that is Fate. Fate is a possible collaboration, kinda. We saw that Star Rail is doing it, and I have this little like theory in my mind, headcanon a little bit, that no other actual gacha game is gonna get a Fate collaboration until Star Rail does do it. So I guess right now I'd say it's probably off limits, but is it possible in the future? Sure, but for right now, probably not gonna happen. And in Persona, it's kind of a meme in the community that if you get a Persona collaboration, your game is gonna shut down. So if anything, I kind of don't want this to happen, but I guess it's possible. So yeah, guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. In terms of what I want, obviously, of course, we want a free collaboration. I want a solo level collaboration because I know a lot of you lot want it. And I do think those two would be probably the biggest we can get in the game. But if we're not expecting those two alongside Shangri-La Frontier, I'd say the one I'd want is definitely Dungeon Meshi. Data Live because I'm biased. But I think, you know what, if we had to pick, Konosuba would probably be the best, I think, right? Because you just have the standard 4 characters. We'll finally finish that Isekai Quartet's little theme we got going on, and Isekais that we just love adding towards the game. And I think it's kind of cool. A lot of people like those characters. I've yet to watch it, but it will get me into the anime, so we'll have to wait and see. So guys, thank you for watching the video. Let me know what you think this new collaboration could be. Remember, we're still getting leaks, so expect to see probably likely the collaboration leak within the next few days or two. I think Regions did say that he's going to look into it, and I imagine he'll just outright spoil what it is in a few days' time. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll see if we get any right. So guys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.